What's going on, guys? It's Mr. DEBT Joe Lorick from the Money Etiquette Group, and I want to talk about my week one experiences of the 52-week investment challenge. I'm going to talk about what I chose to do. Did I save the money? Did I save the $1 for the first week? Did I go ahead and invest in a stock? How did I feel about doing so, being a person that trades on a regular basis? How do I feel about how beginners will deal with having to trade $1 if they choose to do so, or save $1? We'll see. But nevertheless, I want to talk about how this week went. It might be surprising what I did, but for me, it all makes sense. So let's start off with this. If you're not familiar with the 52-week investment challenge, it's similar to the 52-week savings challenge, but instead of just saving money, we're investing money. So you start off week one with a $1 investment or save for a future investment. And then for week two, same thing, $2, for week three, $3, and so on and so on. So I had a decision to make. Was I going to invest $1 and buy a stock, like one share or maybe several shares of penny stocks, or was I going to just hold that money off for a future purchase? Because some of the stocks I've spoken about that I know I'm interested in, some of the ones that I know I will invest in are like Uber, a couple other ones that are going to cost more than $1, $2, $3, $4. But with fractional trading coming in 2020, I should be able to buy pieces, but that's a whole nother talk when it comes to strategy. But what I decided to do was invest. I spoke previously on my Instagram account about potential companies that I can invest in where their stocks are worth less than $1. I spoke about, I know some energy stocks, some oil stock. I even spoke about XRP when it comes to the cryptocurrency route, another route that you can take with your investing, especially because I believe XRP right now is 21 cents. It was 19 cents last week. But the news headlines and pretty much what's going on with Iran and what's going on with our president, President Trump, that kind of led me to where I would go, which was to go towards the field of energy. Because I feel like in the short term and in the long term, I'm talking about 6 months, maybe a year from now, we're going to see results released where you're going to see oil go up. You're going to see gas prices go up. So companies that are tied in with that field, and I'm not necessarily speaking about oil from the Middle East, but the other places. I'm talking about oil that's mined in Africa. I'm talking about oil that's produced everywhere. And then, of course, just energy companies that distribute that oil throughout the United States, especially when it comes to in the form of gas. But when I made my final decision, okay, I went through a lot of different companies, but I decided to go with Chesapeake Energy. Chesapeake Energy. If you're not familiar with them, Chesapeake Energy, of course, is an energy company. You can hear by the name. They deal in oil, but specifically, they make about 60% of their revenue from gas prices. You have a lot of companies out there that deal with oil, but specifically, you have to always look at where their revenue comes from, and their revenue comes from gas prices, 60%. Now, this is a company that I'm not going to act like is in good standing, okay? They have way too much debt, and they just restructured about $1 billion of their debt, I think, at the end of December, just so they can have a different pay structure, but they didn't get rid of it. They're supposed to, in my mind, sell some of their debt. That's going to make them look better, but we'll see what they do in 2020. However, I decided to go with them because I do like where they get their revenue from, and I do like that in the midst of what we're going through with, I hate to say it, the conflict dealing with Iran. I'm not a person that's going to invest in invest in defense stock, but when it comes to energy, yeah, I will invest in energy stocks. So Chesapeake Energy, I went that route. We'll see if it works out in the long run. Maybe I'll trade them in another week or so, and maybe I'll gain 50 cents. Maybe not. Maybe I'll hold on to it, and maybe I'll buy more. We'll see as I do more research, but it was a fun experience going ahead and purchasing a stock for $1. The reason I chose to do that, by the way, is because I wanted to see how easy that was. I haven't done something like that in a long time. I usually invest based on a certain strategy, but I wanted to do it like a beginner. I wanted to do it and feel like, you know what? How guilty will I feel with pushing that button? How nervous will I feel pushing that button, buying a $1 stock? And I can tell you, I didn't feel nervous at all. I didn't feel anxious. In fact, I felt like so nonchalant because it was like, it's a buck, whatever. It could go bad, it could go good. There was no pressure. And I think that's a perfect way if you're a beginner investor, if you're just starting to trade in 2020, that's your new thing that you want to do for this year. This is a great method. I can see it already because it's just not that nerve-wracking. There are only a limited amount of stocks you're going to be able to buy on most trading apps for $1. Just to let you know, I did purchase mine on Robinhood, so they only have a limited amount of penny stocks to choose from, and Chesapeake was the way I went. But again, guys, have fun with it. You let me know what you felt. I mean, did you participate in week one? Are you sitting on the sideline watching to see how it goes? If you did, let me know in the comment section. Let me know if you made that $1 stock purchase or you put $1 to the side for a stock purchase. If you even signed up with a trading app for the first time, let me know what you did. Of course, just know that you do get some free stock with a lot of these apps, so pay attention to that. But again, guys, I want to know your experiences, because for me, this was fun. I had a good time. My first $1 purchase or $1 stock purchase was in oil, Chesapeake Energy, resources and dealing with energy. I like that. What do you guys think? Do you guys think you'll do the same thing? Maybe you'll go tech. Maybe you'll go another direction. Maybe you'll go with pharmaceuticals, where you can find plenty of dollar stocks, but you're going to have a lot of risk because everyone's coming up with the best new cure for cancer. Everyone's coming up with the best new ways to duplicate genes and cure something else and make us younger. That's always out there, and some of that stuff works. It's just not where I go. But let me know what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow the challenge. Again, it's 52-week investment challenge. We use the hashtag to kind of move as a community across all platforms. So again, it's hashtag 52-week investment challenge. Join the challenge this week. Don't sit on the sideline. Start trading in 2020 for $1. Okay.